DreAllDay.com.
Great balls on DreAllDay.com. This message is about being findable, making yourself findable and discoverable. And this is especially for those of you who are in the entrepreneurial space, the thought leadership space, intellectual property space, but actually any kind of entrepreneur. It doesn't even matter. Whatever you're doing, whatever business you're running, you want to be findable. But this applies also to all the rest of you as well. You could be a career person who's climbing the ladders corporate wise. You want to be just as findable as the entrepreneur who's writing books and doing speaking gigs and trying to sell courses needs to be as well. You want to be findable because it is a great day in your business and in your career when someone who you don't know, someone who you did not try to reach, you were not even trying to get their attention, but they reach out to you because they found you, because they were looking around in whatever place, on whatever platform, or they were talking to somebody who knows things or knows people, and somehow, some way, your name, image, or likeness came up, and they took a look at you, they liked your stuff, and now they want to do business with you. They want to buy your course. They want to sign up for your program. They went and got a couple copies of your books. They want to hire you for an event that they're doing. They want to hire you to come work at their company, whatever the situation may be, just because you were findable and they were looking and they found you. That can only happen when you are somewhere that someone could possibly stumble across your stuff. This is why it's valuable for you to, if you're a content creator, to keep creating content. If you're a person who, whatever kind of content you do, whether it's video content, written content, audio content, I'll tell you, I've had people find me in all three places. I've been found by people who were looking for, remember years ago, I'll give you some examples. Years ago, somebody reached out to me. They were a writer, a journalist, and they were looking for, it was about to be holiday season, like Thanksgiving. And they said, well, when you go to Thanksgiving dinners, and this person wrote about politics and stuff. They're like, so what if you go to a Thanksgiving dinner and you're on the left side of the aisle politically, and then you got family who's on the right side of the aisle, and you know the conversation is going to come up. How do you deal with the talk that people have? This was what they were about to write an article about. So they went online to try to find someone who talked about like trash talking, back and forth, negative talk between people. How do you deal with it? And in the process of looking for that, they came across an article that I wrote years ago. Not an article, it was an article and a video that I did. They came across both, where I was talking about trash talk from basketball. They found that video, and then they reached out to me, and we started a conversation and built a relationship. We still know each other to this very day. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. They found me based off of that. I've had plenty of people find me off YouTube, just because YouTube is a very popular place. People find me even off of videos, I'll say, that didn't even get that many views. People will find those videos and they'll reach out to me and say, yo, I saw this video that you did, and the video that they'll mention, I'll look at the video, I'm like, the video didn't even get that many views, but that person found me off that video. And the fact they see that I got so much material out there, they're like, okay, I see that this guy's consistent, he's serious and steady on his thing. Even though the video, again, they're not saying this, but I'm saying it, even though the video didn't even get seen that much, they still saw that, and it still was a piece of credibility for them because I was out there. You get what I'm saying? I've had people who did business with me because they said, well, you know what? I was looking around online, I was looking at this guy, and this girl, and they didn't do business with them, but I saw you were on their follower list, meaning that I saw that these people who I know, and I know that they're about something, I saw that those people were following you, and then I looked at your stuff and I liked your stuff, and that's why I reached out to you, because maybe they felt like they could reach me, but maybe they couldn't reach that other person, whoever that other person happened to be. So it's another thing. I just had somebody reach out to me today, as a matter of fact. They found an episode of my masterclass, my audio show I did this episode, I had to have done this episode like 8 years ago. They found the episode maybe 7 years ago, and they liked it, and they happen to have a business where they are looking for people who buy what I sell, and we're going to do some business together. The whole point is I'm findable. None of this was, all these people that I'm mentioning, I did not know these people. I was not looking for these people. I didn't even know that they existed. But because I was findable, they found me, reached out to me, and opportunities existed because of that. So those of you who are out there, let's say if you're working a career because maybe you don't create content. So how can this apply to you? Well, relationships matter, right? How many of you have ever gotten a job opportunity or got the job, period, because you knew the right person? You knew somebody who knew somebody, and it led to an opportunity for you. I've had many of those happen. Back in my basketball days when I was doing more like influencer stuff for basketball, I've gotten influencer deals not because I was the most popular person. My stuff was doing good, but it wasn't because I was the most popular. It's because somebody else got a big deal because they were doing their thing. And then when they got their deal, the company that they did a partnership with said, well, who else is in the space that we need to know about, who we might not know? And that person mentioned my name. Now, why did they mention my name? They mentioned my name because I knew them, because I had a relationship with them. I had met them somewhere. We had sat down, chopped it up, had a conversation, became friends. So then when they got on, they got a deal, and they got asked, who should we know? My name came up because my name was top of mind to them because of the relationship that we had built. And again, I didn't do that on purpose. Like, let me build a relationship with them just in case they get some business and I might get some. It wasn't because of that. It was just because I was just building. And those of you who are in career spaces, you all know very well that the most important thing when it comes to you moving up in your career is who do you know, who knows you, and who has a favorable opinion of you. That's basically the determining factor whether or not you're going to be able to move up or not, or get that next job or the next opportunity or whatever it's going to be. Y'all all know that. Again, if you're in that space, you know that really well. That's basically the whole deal. That's the whole game. So being findable is not just about the internet. It's about planting as many seeds as possible, whether online, offline, or just with people, period, so that if somebody is looking for something that you happen to offer, you want to at least give yourself the eligibility of getting lucky and that person running into your stuff or hearing about your name, and then they're interested in maybe doing some business or taking a next step, whatever that next step might be, with you and through you. But if you're not findable, then none of this can happen. None of this is possible if you're not findable and you're not out there to where somebody could run into you. So think about making yourself findable, and here's the most important part to add on to this is you want to make a process of this. You want this to be like something that you're doing on a consistent basis, doing things that will put you in a position to get found. So for example, if you're a person who publishes online like me, then one thing you can do is what you see me doing right now. I record videos every day. I put stuff on social media every day, whether it's written material, audio material, video material. Every day I'm publishing, so that, Rick Ross got the song, Every Day I'm Hustling. All right. And if you're in the thought leadership space, your song is Every Day I'm Publishing. Every day you should be publishing material such that, again, you're putting yourself in a position to get found. Even if your content doesn't pop off like that, even if it doesn't get a lot of downloads or followers or views or whatever metrics y'all looking at, all of this stuff still can make you findable. Because understand, for you to do a business deal, you don't need 1 million people to know about it. You need one person to know about it. You need one person to know about your stuff for you to get a business opportunity. You don't need 1,000 people, you need one. So don't worry about, okay, I'm not getting the metrics, so let me just stop creating stuff. No, that's a bad idea. I would recommend against that. I would recommend you still keep putting your stuff out there, because you never know who might be the one person who just needed to hear that one thing that you put out. They're not judging you off of, or how many views did you get or how many followers you got. They're judging you off of, is this message relevant for what I happen to be looking for right now in my life or my business? And if the answer is yes, they're going to move forward with you, even if you got 200 followers on Instagram or whatever it is you're looking at that has you comparing yourself to other people. None of that matters, because I'm not talking about vanity metrics here, folks. We're talking about doing business. And doing business is about connecting with the right people who can actually help your business move forward. And unless you're just trying to be an influencer and that's the only thing you're trying to do, then okay, that's a different ballgame. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing business deals with people who are ready to move. And they're not judging you off of vanity message. They're judging you off of the value of your message. Those are two different things. So with all that said, people, make sure you take a look at Work on Your Game University, because that's the place where I do my coaching. If you would like to have me as your direct coach, that's the place you do it. The website is workonyourgameuniversity.com. That link is down below in the description to this video. Again, it's workonyourgameuniversity.com. That's where I coach people directly. If you would like to have me as your direct personal coach, that is the only way for it to happen. We have a framework of what we do there, but my coaching is really just based on helping the individual who I'm working with your specific situation. We work with entrepreneurs, work with high-level professionals. The only requirement, if you're going to be coached by me, is that you got to be a person who's looking to get to the top of what you're doing. We're talking people who want to be in the top 2% of what you do. I'm not looking for people who are just okay with being okay, people who are okay with being average. You're not the type of people who will be looking for a coach anyway, if you're that type of person. I'm looking for people who are ambitious about going somewhere with what you're doing and with where you're at. So if that's you, go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. The link is down below in the description to this video, and there you can see the framework, the layout of what we're doing in our program, and you can schedule a time to get on a call with us directly where we can talk about where you're at, where you want to go, what you feel like might be in your way, and if we feel like we can help you, we'll tell you that right there, how it works and how to get started. Again, that's all at workonyourgameuniversity.com. Work on your game. Dre, all